Do you know what size, layout, or style you want to use in your 2021 planner? I'm here to help you figure out what the different options are out there and give you a few resources below in the link in the description below. I have links to other resources where you can explore what you need. I hope you stick around. Hi, I am Kate. Welcome to my channel, Planner Nerd Plans, where I do planner videos and planner related videos to inspire you how to use your planners. All right, so there's a few questions you want to ask. Style. So, do you like bound ones, coil ones, disc bound ones, or rings? So, I'm going to go through most of these, not all of them. Don't worry. And then there are also sizes to consider. There's personal, B6, A5. There's so much. Letter size, 9x7, B6 slim, half leather, letter. This one, it's a little big for a half, but it's almost the same width as a half letter. So don't know technically what the size was. It was gifted to me. So, also another thing to consider is what worked for you, what didn't work for me. Excuse me. I have planners. If you are not seeing my videos, if you're not, basically I have planners for different reasons. I Frankenplan one. I have a separate one for my business. I have a separate one for my goals, and separate one for my to-do list. So it's all interchanging like that. And also what features. So as into the features, the layout, the color, the where things are placed by the designer or publisher, those kind of things. So as think of those questions as I go through these planners, so then you get an idea what you need. So this is my coil planner. This is a Sunday start, and it is as such a Sunday start for month and weekly. And what I do in my planners, my company's Douglas Fir Planner Co. And it's the links below to go check out for what I have available in my shop. I always update and add new things when I need to. So I use basically, I don't like the half boxes for just, I make these things bigger. I prefer a full box for and making it out to 6 weeks instead of just the standard 5. Now, if you want the half boxes like that, that's great. A lot of people or a lot of companies do that. I don't. So I do it this way. This is my squared laid out. I call it the square because it's 4 square on each side. I like the note section up here, but I know some people who like the note section over here or somewhere else. There's tons of lays out there. I have basically in mine is these dividers, and it's easier to show on the other ones. The coil, I don't. So this is a personal size. It's about 10 centimeters wide. Note that Filofax, their inserts are 9.5, but everybody else does 10 centimeters wide by 17.1. This is a personal wide. I didn't cut it correctly, and I think what I did is I accidentally punched for rings the B6 Slim because that's what I was looking close to. But what's nice about my planner system and my planner inserts is that you can take this whole thing out and not keep it in here unless you have it. So I know some of us don't keep the whole year in our rings. So we do either, half a year or a year at a time. That's one thing that's great about my undated. You can buy them down to the quarter. Like you can get enough for a quarter and try it out. Or enough for a half year and try it out. And if you want to get the dated the next year or such, and sometimes for those people who don't plan, some people don't use a planner every month, And there's some of us who are like, it's our bread and butter. We need to have it. Always in my undateds, I give you 6 weeks. I know it's not what the majority is, which is 5 weeks, but I always do when I have my undated ones is I decorate or make a, add a little thing to the bottom so it's not so things. Yes, it's not attached to the tab here, but on all of my disc bound and my rings, even the ones, you can put a little paper clip here so when you pull the tab, it'll come with it if you don't want to use this part, which usually on the dated ones, I have imported dates and projects, and then this is a master to-do list for your thing. That's why I recommend paper clipping it so then you can easily come back here and look when you need to. Also, when you can reuse these dividers. That's the other thing. I'm all about that because I've noticed there's a lot of waste. Buying a new dividers every year, buying new inserts every year, buying a whole new disc and a cover every year. And I was trying to figure out how to replace certain pieces of a planner to make it work and reduce that waste. So that's the personal wide. Excuse me. I have allergies right now. So that's why my voice sounds like a frog. All right, so here's the B6 size. Same thing. But B6s are 12 and a half. Is that right? Yeah, 12 and a half by 7.6. So it's like half a centimeter taller than the personal. And the same width as, is it the same width? Or close to it of the personal wide. So this is a B6 planner. These, I don't sell these. This is a Kiki K one I have as the B6 size. I will link binders like this below for you, so then you can determine what sizes and sizes you like. I'm trying to see. Okay, here's another squared layout. This is more my up-to-date undated. I've changed it. So, and see, I put important dates and projects up there instead. I've made it a little bit more cleaner look this year. So there's that. And this is the A5 size, which is pretty close. It's just like a smidge off of a half letter down here on the height, but it's wider than a half letter. For comparison, see, the half leather is a little bit narrower and taller. This is more wider and a little bit narrower. So I personally prefer this size, but I know others look for the B6 in the personal size, and so I made that available to my shop. So the disc bound system, which is another customizable system. I made this cover and these covers. So this is, and I bought these discs separate. I'm in the process of putting a whole, like I call it the starter kit together. And then all you have to do the following years is buy the paper inserts and you're good to go. So here's another like square one. Like I said, this is an older version, but this is also known as the mini size, which is 7 by 4.5. I tried my best to punch these, but I've noticed they don't get deep enough sometimes, but that's okay. Oh, that's what I wanted to show with this one. So this is my dated one, and this is a vertical with lines. And what I do with my dated ones is, besides having the different colors like you would for the undated, it's more to the seasons, but also I do towards the end and every between months that I change the color, so then you can easily see, oh, that's the next quarter, so you can easily do your quarterly planning. That's April. See here for March and April, you got a little bit of March and the rest is April and so forth. So this is actually my vertical news layout. It has lines, so it's easier for those who want to put times in between to put times here, and then you can do your, that. Or you can split it up however you want, morning, noon, morning, afternoon, evening. You know, I think this makes it a lot more, but also you still have the lines that for those who like line, need that structure is there. And that's one of my personal things that I have a hard time with some planners is that there's no lines there. And that you always have to put a box in with lines or create your own to put it in there. Of course, this is what the classic size is. It's 9¼ by 7. I made this cover myself. This is what the square looks. Older version, but not much different. This is in between a lot of versions. But here's what the square basically looks like. And every quarter has a different color. Or season, however you want to see it. Here's my horizontal. And even in my horizontal, I have lines. My cord and my squares, everything has lines now. Even the smaller sizes horizontals that I have lines now, because some of us look for that. But I made them as light as I could, but also a little bit dark so that you can see it and do it. I also offer letter size. I can't find my letter size around me here, but of course we know what a letter size is. It's bigger, and I do all layouts for the letter size as well. So that is basically, this is what my shop available. Of course, you can check out other shops and such. And keep in mind that there's a ton of variety out in the planner community. So there is basically a lot for you to choose from. But my goal with my company is to reduce waste and provide you something that's more customizable than like Happy Planner and Plum Paper and all the other ones where it's, how to describe it, you have to get a new one every year, especially the dividers, because they put part of their month on it, where I figured out a simple system to clip that page to the divider so then you can turn to it, but also you still have that extra page there. So it's just, there's some simple things, and that's why I offer paper clips, because it's part of my system. Look forward to some videos on my business page and such, and once I have that YouTube channel, I'll have it down below, and also linked to the website as well. And please check out below. Some of them are my favorite planner shops that I've looked for these things for. Like, you can also get them at Hobby Lobby, Michael's. Don't think Joann's have anymore. They used to have Carpet Demon, but not anymore. You have to go online for Carpet Demon. But also there's Filefax, and Webster's Pages and Kiki K online as well. Well, I hope you check out the other videos here on the end, and I'll see you in the next one.